Good evening, everybody. This is Eva from SocaMom.com, and I am here with Racchel Thomas. She is from Digicel Jamaica, and she is going to tell us how we can stay connected with our favorite moms this Mother's Day. You guys know it's coming up this weekend. I hope you're prepared to spend some money, but Raquel's going to show us how we can spend a little bit less money, maybe spend the extra on some flowers or some candy or brunch or something like that, but ways that we can stay connected, save some money, and also a couple of giveaways. So it's not all about spending money. There's some free stuff too. So we're going to talk about all of that. Hi, Raquel. How are you?
I'm great. Now, I cannot believe you just said you hope that Caribbean people remember it's Mother's Day. Now, most of the men live with their mother till they're 50.
Yeah.
The women are very close. We do
Yes.
not forget. We
Oh
cannot
no,
forget.
you don't get a chance to forget.
Not possible. Not
You you
possible.
might you might forget up until the day of, but when you wake up that morning,
You better remember.
we'll know. There will
Okay.
be some strips or something, some of that coming at you
Yes,
if you
there
don't get it
will.
right.
Yes, there will. So you have to remember.
Absolutely. So tell us about yourself. Tell us who you are. Everybody, you can check out her bio on SocaMom.com. You go to the link for this chat, and you'll see a link to her bio. Super interesting lady. So make sure you guys check that out. But Raquel, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I am the product of two Barbudans. My mother and my father, they're both from Barbuda, and that is the sister island to Antigua. Now, normally when you say Barbuda, people say Bahamas, Bermuda. Ain't none of that. Okay, Barbuda, Barbuda. Look it up on the internet.
Yep.
We have pink beaches, beautiful, beautiful place.
Mm,
I was born in America, but my mom did or my parents, what some West Indian parents do. We were born here, and I was raised there for like 10 years, then came back up, finished schooling, that sort of thing. And then I went back down and lived for like 17 years. So I
wow.
love to look at myself as actually having had or having access to two of the best worlds. I mean, the first world, and I don't even like to say third world, and the beautiful Caribbean. So I blessed, blessed.
Absolutely. I
Mhm.
find that a little bit unfair, but we're not going to talk about that right now.
Uh-oh.
Because I only got a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, okay,
Really?
we're going to bring Granny up. She's going to pick you up, and then you're going to go back for like, a month or two, and then, yeah.
No, my father
So,
thought it was very important. You need to know where you come from. So it was very important that we keep in touch with our Caribbean roots. I mean, I used to say that I'm American, I'm American. I don't say that no more.
mm,
I'm West Indian American because they're the first part, I'm the second.
that is awesome. That is awesome. So, tell us about your position at Digicel and how you impact what we see when we look at Digicel, when we see the face of Digicel. Tell us about that.
Well, Digicel, I've been actually working for Digicel 7 years, a little bit over 7 years. I started in Antigua, and now I'm with Digicel Diaspora in Miami. Now, I am and I live diaspora. I just didn't know there was an official name for it. But what happens is we help to keep people in touch with their families back home, vice versa. Because you come up and sometimes it's difficult for your loved ones at home, to call you back because they don't have the money to do so. And, you just need to hear that voice because even though it's the time of the internet and the Facebook and all of that stuff, nothing beats hearing someone's voice.
Right.
So we help to keep people in touch with their family throughout the Caribbean, in El Salvador. We span wide. We
Mm.
definitely span wide.
So, what are some of the things, if you're living in the U.S.,
Hmm.
that you can do for your family back home to help them to connect with you? We get here, and a lot of times they're like, oh, they never call because they think they're all that now, and, we only hear from them every now and then. What are some of the ways that we can stay connected as far as talk and text and
Well,
prepaid, things like that?
we have what we call top up. It depends on the market. Some people call it top up, some people call it credit, and some people just say put money on my phone. right? Just that, just that simple. So, with that, what we do is we have special deals each week. For instance, for Jamaica, on the weekends, we have what we call a double bubble and a triple bubble. So, if
Mm,
you top up $20 to $26.99, you get double the credit, which means you can
okay.
talk a little bit longer.
Right.
When we have special occasions, we'll do different things like for Valentine's Day. If you wanted to keep in touch with your loved ones, we had a five bubble. So you topped up a certain amount and you got five times that amount in credit. And it
Oh,
did,
wow.
yes, and it did very well. And this actually happens throughout our other markets. You know, you'll have it in Haiti, you'll have it in El Salvador, you'll have it in Trinidad. And it's an incentive for people to keep in touch. Because
Mm,
sometimes if you put $20 on someone's phone, 20 US dollars, you may talk that off fast, you don't know what's happening, it may be an emergency, or you may
mm-hmm.
simply just need to talk. So
Right.
we're here to facilitate that. And Digicel is very aware that we need to be customer focused because at the end of the day, if there's no customer, there's no Digicel. It's
Right.
just that simple.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what are the different ways that you can add money to a phone or to a prepaid card? What are the different ways that you can do that? I'm
Well,
here in America. Do I need to call a certain number? What are the things that I can
Well,
do?
one of the first things you can do if you're home, which is the easiest for most people these days, you can do it on home at home, you can do it on your phone. If you have a smartphone, you can go to Digicel Group, which is one word,
Hmm.
.com. And when you go to digicelgroup.com, a box will come up. First, you'll see the page, the Digicel page. Then a box will come up with all of the flags of the Caribbean
Okay.
and South America where you can top up. Now, what you do is you select the flag, like I would select Jamaica or Antigua, and then you put in the number and how much you want to send, and it literally walks you through the process step by step.
Okay,
So you get
good.
to select the amount, you see what you're going to get, like for instance, in Jamaica, if we're going to send, a certain amount in Jamaican dollars, and you're like, gee, well, I don't know how much that is in US dollars.
Right.
By the time you're going through the process before you pay, it actually does the exchange for you, so you can see how much you're topping up and you can see how much the person in Jamaica would receive. So it's simple, very, very simple and easy to use. Now, if you're in Florida, if you're in New York, it's easy to find a retail location. So if you happen to go in somewhere to say I'm going to buy, some bread or something like that, and you
Hmm.
see the Digicel branding, which will let you know you can top up here, you may, once you get back your change, you know what, I have this extra $5. Let me just send it as top up. So you can
Mm.
do it in a retail location or you can do it online.
So you just have to know their number, or is there another way
Their
that you
phone
do it?
number. You would need to know
Just
their
need to know
phone
their
number.
phone number.
Yes.
Okay, so as long as we have their phone number and an internet connection, or we go into a store where we see the Digicel logo, we
Yes.
can top up or buy credit
Or
or
send
whatever
some
we need,
money.
or send some,
Put
or
money on my phone.
send me some minutes.
Yes, send some minutes on the phone.
Send some minutes on my
Yeah, see,
phone.
everyone, and that's the thing because it's very different. If you've been here for a while and you may be a generation or two, disconnected, it doesn't mean that you wouldn't send someone money on their phone, but you may
Hmm.
not be familiar with the terminology. So,
Right, right. I heard I went to visit my grandmother in St. Vincent,
mhm.
and there she says, "Put money on my phone."
See, and that's simple. There's no misunderstanding
Yeah,
with that one,
there's
right?
no, yeah, and she wanted to make sure I understood clearly. I need you to put money
On my
on my
phone.
phone
And I mean,
because,
I find that since I've been here, I actually send top up. I've topped up a friend in Jamaica. I've topped up a friend in Antigua. Now,
hmm,
I came here with my Antigua number because I've had that number for like, oh boy, like 15, 14, 15 years.
mm.
So there's still some people that don't know that I actually, I snuck out the country. So,
So tell me about that. So let's
uh-huh.
say, like now, we have family visiting, and they'll actually be here for Mother's Day, and
Yes.
they need to get calls from the rest of the family still in Trinidad.
Hmm.
What are the ways that they can they still call in as long as they still have the Trinidad number on their phone and still have minutes on their phone? How
They
does that
can
work when
do
you go internationally?
You can actually do that. And in some of the islands, they would have to ask, go to a Digicel location in their country and ask, because Digicel has now what we call Roam Like Your Home,
Okay.
which means that when you travel, that your incoming calls, once it's activated, you pay a fee for the activation,
Hmm.
and once it's activated, the incoming calls are free. If you have
Wow.
data on your phone, then your data charges are significantly reduced. But what would happen is
Wow.
they would need to make sure before they get on that plane that it's
Okay.
activated, because it's difficult to do that once you've traveled. Not to say it can't be done, but it's just easier to do it when you're home. So we're
Wow.
trying to help people save money because times are still kind of rough, even though they say the economy is recovering.
Hmm.
So we're trying to, help people save money. And what happens is sometimes when you do travel, because when I lived in Antigua, what you find is with the business community, when they travel, they don't want to buy a SIM in New York and a SIM in England
Gosh.
because they're conducting business and people
Right.
have one number,
Right.
so it's important for them. And I've had so many business people say, when I go where I go, I just want to turn on my phone and use it. You understand? Period. Because I used
That
to
makes a
get
lot
people.
of sense.
Yes. So we try to, with Digicel, we try to make it easier for people because you hear what the community is saying, you hear
Hmm.
what your customers are saying, and they're saying, and this just doesn't pertain to Digicel, for any telecoms, company. If people are complaining that your rates are too high, you need to do something because if you don't, someone else will. And it
Right.
is a very competitive, area. So we have to stay in the game. But us staying in the game, we have to keep you happy as well because you have options.
This is true. It's not the days of the Bell telecoms where you have one
Uh,
phone company. You don't like it?
no,
Oh,
use a cup
well.
and a string. Yeah, we have
Yeah.
options now, a lot.
So when you're going from island to island, let's say I'm going from uh, Jamaica to Trinidad, and then I'm going to be in Antigua, and then I'm going to be in
The
St.
Roam Like
Lucia
Your Home applies to inter-island
to
travel as well.
Inter-Island. Perfect.
And
Okay.
then one of the things, when I was in Antigua, one of the things that I noticed was people in Antigua, like the Jamaicans and the Guyanese, would send credit to their people at home. So it was the same thing. It's just a way of everyone keeping in touch,
Mm.
So yeah, so it continues in the United States.
And it's you can do it as a gift. It's not just saying, I mean, it's not just saying that, it's something you do when you have to, because people have to live, just like you send
Yes,
gift cards for food,
exactly.
a lot of there's a lot of communication going on with cell phones now. I mean,
A
even
lot.
especially, for websites and watching videos, and there's a lot of data going back and forth. So that really is a gift. When you top up for somebody, that really is a gift.
It is look. I was telling someone one time, excuse me, that when I was living in Antigua, I would have my family in New York call me and tell me something that happened next door. Okay, and that is typical. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. And they said, but wait, is where you live. They would literally call me and tell me something that is happening in my neighborhood. So keeping in touch, keeping
It's
in touch,
important.
it's essential. It's essential to who we are because we have the holidays and like
Yes.
if you have data on your phone, you can send pictures of the children.
Oh my
You can do
goodness.
all sorts of things. All sorts of things. Now, we have a promotion
Hmm.
that is starting, and well, it actually has started a few days ago, and it's called The Passion of Soccer. Now, there's
Oh
this big
yeah.
tournament coming up, and everyone wants to be able to see it, and Digicel is going to help you do that, right?
Yes.
Now, this is to give back to the senders, to be quite honest, because they do this out of the kindness of their hearts, and they don't do it because of Digicel. We are the vehicle in which that they do use, but they use us even when they do have options.
Mm.
So with this promotion, now for Jamaica, Trinidad, Guyana, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and Grenada, been to all of them, except for Guyana. I haven't gotten to Guyana yet. If they send a top-up home of $20 or more, they stand a chance to win a 50-inch TV. Now, the TV could be a little bit bigger. We're still trying to figure that part out. But
I'm just saying 50 is good.
50 is
I
great.
mean, the football, the ball will be a good size.
Yes,
That's nice.
yes. If you have a
Okay.
passion for soccer, you could go online, you could see about the promotion, you can go into your retail stores, you can top up, and you will stand a chance to win. And there will be a winner every week throughout the month between
So,
June and July.
so you can do it online. What
Yes.
markets in the U.S. can you find places that you can walk into to top up for Digicel? What markets are they in? I mean, I doubt that it's in like rural West Virginia or something.
No.
What are some of the what are some of the larger markets that we can find those options in?
Well, New York, obviously,
Yeah, of course.
right?
In
New York,
Brooklyn, probably every corner,
Brooklyn,
right?
the Bronx, or as we say, the Bronx. So
That
Brooklyn, the Bronx.
was funny.
Definitely Miami. So Brooklyn, the Bronx, well, New York, Miami,
Mhm.
those are the bigger markets.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're outside of those areas, your best bet is to go online so
Yes.
that you can give and stand a chance to win.
And we
Now,
do have
can
people that
you?
give throughout the United States. So, but it
Okay,
just may be easier for you to do it from online if you're at a certain location.
understood. So if you are, so you can win whether you're sending money from, you can win if you're sending money in the US, right?
Yes.
So basically it's open to everybody.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
All
is.
right. So this
It's
isn't one
not.
of those 50 states and Alaska sort of things. This is
No.
everywhere.
Yeah, you send the credit, the top up, the money on the phone, you
Hmm.
stand a chance to win.
All right. And you have a winner every week.
Yes. So
Okay.
I'll keep you posted with that as well.
All right. Awesome.
Hmm.
So I saw online you have a couple of other Mother's Day promotions going on. Are these things that are just, if you keep checking the website, you'll see them, in the ads that you have coming up. Sometimes you have promotions for Mother's Day, for
Yes.
different things like that. So for the
What
holidays, we should watch.
you should always watch, and whether it's Mother's Day, because now you have to remember that the holiday can happen in the US, in the UK, or in Canada, or the holiday can actually be happening in Jamaica. So,
Okay.
so any promotion we run can be coming from either end. But when you do log on to digicelgroup.com, you will see all the banners, you'll see what's going on, and
Hmm.
what it is you have to do or you should do to qualify. And we don't make it hard.
Got you.
Our thing is just to make it easy, make your life easy breezy, and keep you in touch and happy.
Got ya.
Mhm.
Okay. So give me some tips on when is the best time to look for good rates. When is the best time to do that?
Well, you have a lot for Jamaica. Like for the different islands, it depends on what promotion is being offered when.
Hmm.
Because obviously, if you can get double your credit, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they
Hmm.
may not do it Tuesday unless it's absolutely necessary.
You'll have everybody talking
So,
on Tuesday then.
right. So for Jamaica in particular, we have the double bubble and the triple bubble that happens Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
So that's when you'll see that people, they will most likely top up on those days. And this way
Okay.
they can speak throughout the week and, they have the extra credit on their phone and that sort of thing. But during the week, we have, like for instance, we have the 50%. So that if you have 16.99, you top up and you can get half of that. So they're different
Okay.
promotions. You just have to, read up on them and or go online. If you go online on digicelgroup.com, whatever island country you click onto, you will see what specials are actually happening at that time. You'll see the ones that are happening every day that are particular to that island, or you will see any special promotion that's running, like you say, for Mother's Day and that sort of thing.
So I notice you guys have a lot of, within the US, you guys do a lot of supporting of other of events that keep you connected to culture.
Yes.
So it's not just making sure that we can talk to one another, but making sure you guys support sporting events and festivals and all kinds of other things. So
Yeah.
I looked on you guys' site. Everybody make
Hmm.
sure you check it out. There is a media page, and I believe there's a foundation page as well, so you guys should check it out and see what other things that Digicel is supporting in the community.
Now, one of the things I can say that I absolutely love about this company, and I think this is like my number one or two, is that Digicel, whether they're in Antigua, whether they're in the US, whether they're in the UK, Digicel supports the community. And it's never just, it's never for a photo op or for mention in the newspaper, because from being in Antigua and on the ground with Digicel, I can honestly tell you that a lot is done in the communities that doesn't hit the papers.
Mm,
So that is one of the things I love about this company. They give back, they don't talk about it.
mm,
It's some people say, oh, put your money where your mouth is. They put
right.
their money where their mouth is, and they're quiet about it. And to me, that's a true donation
Mm,
to the community. But Digicel is one of the sponsors of Compa Fest coming up next week on the 17th. I believe that's Saturday.
awesome.
And I will be there with bells on.
Oh
Hey!
man. Oh goodness. Oh goodness, it's going down.
If you're in Florida, come out and support. I'm telling you, Compa Fest. What?
Uh-oh.
Yes, Digicel
Uh-oh.
will be there.
Oh boy. Okay.
You're rolling
All
your
right. I'm
eyes.
gonna
You
need you to
said
have on more
bells.
than bells though. I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna be checking to make sure.
Okay, you won't be able to miss me. Trust me.
Okay, that
Yeah,
Raquel is wearing more than bells.
more than yeah,
More
more
than
than. You know
okay.
what? Okay, I'm just getting it. Okay, that's not cute. All right.
I'm just saying. I have seen my aunts. They tell me I'm gonna be there with feathers, and I'm like, I'm gonna need you to have more than feathers.
Yeah, no Josephine Baker. Sorry. Yes,
See,
got it.
and they come out there 70 years old in feathers, and I'm like, ma'am,
Oh, see, yeah,
ma'am.
no, that's not right.
Mm.
That's
Y'all,
just
you know how it goes.
yes, I
You know
do.
how it goes. So, so tell me this. What is
Mhm.
your favorite holiday story when it comes to staying connected? What is your favorite story? A phone call that you got, an announcement that you got, something where communication played a big role in that.
For me, it's my birthday because I take that very seriously.
As you
And
should. That's
yeah,
like
and in the
my
Caribbean, I have friends all over. So it's
right.
just important that they're able to keep in touch with me. And they did that, with me through my Digicel phone. So
Oh,
that was like one of the most important things. And like even with me being able to keep in touch with my family when I was in the Caribbean, here in the United States, that was extremely important. No occasion needed, because my sister and I, we talk every day. Literally, we spoke
wow.
every day, or we would text, and that sort of thing. So communication in general is very important. And as you said earlier, Mother's Day, because you cannot let the day go by,
Oh no.
do not call, because I know if I did that to my mother,
Oh my
what?
goodness.
It
You
wouldn't be too nice.
you'd hear about it till the next Mother's Day, and you better get it
Yeah,
right there. You better call
yeah.
early, call the day before, call the day after.
So, yeah.
Man. Oh wow. Okay. So when you top up, is it something that covers data as well, or is it just minutes?
It depends. It would depend on the package that you choose,
Okay.
right?
So
So
does it depends on the package that I choose as the sender or
as a
the
sender,
plan? Okay.
as a sender, most for right now, for the most part, it is mostly voice, and then
Okay.
sometimes we'll have special packages where the data is actually free.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, got it. That's what I said. You
Oh.
have to look at. Did I not tell you at the beginning of this we take care
Mm.
of our people?
Yeah, okay. I'm
Thank
looking.
you.
How about I'm looking at the American companies like, really? You can't you can't hook us up like that? Really? So now I'm gonna have my eye out and I'm gonna be like, but Digicel does that, right? I'm just
Oh my
saying.
goodness.
I'm gonna be
All
watching.
right.
I'm gonna be watching.
Those are specials, though. Those are specials. Don't get us in no trouble now.
So we can top up for hopefully if there when there's a special we can top up for data. We
Hmm.
can do minutes.
Yes.
Is there anything else that we need to remember if we're doing this outside of the country other than checking the rates as far as the conversion rates and things like that? Is there anything else that we need to keep in mind when we are topping up for somebody back home?
Make sure you have the correct number.
Oh,
because that
that's a good
happens
one.
quite often. You'll be a digit off,
Oh,
or and then the person sends you a message saying, "I never got the text. I never got the
ah,
credit." So one of the things you need to be mindful of is make sure you have the correct number. And also, at when you're sending the text, there's a box at the bottom that actually allows you to send a free text with the credit, the top up that you're sending. So you can send
okay.
it and you can say, I'm sending this with love, or just hit me back, let me know you got it. But you can send a text with the top up as well.
So, and that text is free of charge
Yes, it's
for them.
free of charge. Yes.
Nice. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So, when they receive it,
Hmm.
is there anything that they need to remember, or is it just,
They know
business as usual as
everything.
if they've done it themselves?
Business as usual. Business as usual. They'll get a notification that they received it, how much they've received, because of the conversion, and they will also get the text. Should you choose to use the free text, they'll also get the text with the money that you've sent.
Well, fantastic. This has been awesome and informative. I now have no excuse not
Me
to
and
hook up my
everything.
family. I have none.
No, and if you have any questions, you know where I am.
Yes, you guys, I am going to be tweeting some quotes from this. You can check it out on Twitter. It is hashtag Digicel Moms with an S. You can also check my timeline. Digicel Jamaica had the cutest video with kids telling how great their mom was. It's just the most adorable thing I think I've ever seen. It's so, so cute. So go on the timeline, check that out. You can also go to, I think it's at Digicel_Jamaica on Twitter, or Digicel Group at Digicel Group on Twitter, and find out more about, make sure you're following just so that you don't miss any of those great promotions. You
No,
don't
but
want to
now
miss any of them.
if you want the promotions, what you can do is text the country you're from. Let's just say for me, Jamaica or Antigua. You can text it to 70161. That's the short code. And what will happen is you will get all of the promotions that are happening in Jamaica, in Antigua,
Oh,
whatever country you choose,
oh.
right? So you could text your country name to 70161 and we will hook you up.
So we can do that from anywhere. I can do that from here,
Yes, you can. And
any
you'll get the
carrier that I
promotions and
have,
you'll know
and
what's
I'll
going
get them.
on. Yes. So you don't have to log on.
See.
You don't have to do this, that, and the other. It comes straight to your phone and you're like, wow, they're having a triple or quadruple bubble today. Let me top up.
All right, guys, we have no excuses. There are none.
Thank you.
None at all. Digicel has made sure you are covered. If you don't get the email alert, you'll get the text. If you don't get the
Boom.
text, it'll be on Twitter. If you
Right.
don't get it on Twitter, it's on the website. If it's not on the website, it's on Facebook. So
And
don't act like you
if
didn't
all
find
of
it.
those fail, look up in the sky. I'm sure there's a banner
Right.
somewhere.
There is a plane going by with a Digicel banner telling you to top up now. It's a double bubble top now.
Exactly.
All right, you guys.
All right.
I had a wonderful time talking to you,
So
man.
did I.
Oh
Thank
my gosh,
you.
now I want to go to CopperFest. I need to get my life together and see if I can.
Hmm. Yes,
see,
ma'am.
see, you are way too much fun.
Thank you. You too.
So this has been Eva from SocaMom.com. You know me. Raquel, tell about yourself real quick.
Raquel. I am the marketing operations manager for Jamaica at Digicel Diaspora, right here in Miami.
All right. So you guys make sure you send this video to your friends just in case they tell you, I didn't know how to do it, or I didn't know where to find it, or I didn't know where to go. Yes, you did. There's about 30 minutes to tell you how to get everything you need to get.
There you
All
go.
right.
All
You
right.
guys take care. Bye,
Thank you.
everybody.
Bye bye.